What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm going to show you an insane method for promoting CPA marketing offers. So you can promote Max Bounty or any other CPA marketing network that you're working with. And this is an insane method because we're going to be providing a lot of value to the user, which in turn is going to result in a lot more conversions. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to go into your Max Bounty account or any other network account. I do have a Max Bounty account, but I understand that many of you do not. So what I'm doing is I'm using the site called Offer Vault, and this is a site that has a lot of CPA marketing offers from different networks, right? So you don't need to be in Max Bounty, you don't need to be in somewhere in a very specific network in order to work with this site, all right? So let's say we're working with Max Bounty and you can substitute for your own CPA marketing network that you're working with, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna type Max Bounty here, right? When I do that, I see Max Bounty offers, okay? And like I said, you can type any other CPA network that you want. The next thing we need to do is we need to think about a niche that we want to promote, okay? So there's lots of niches you can promote. You can do surveys, you can do sweepstakes, you can do so many different niches. For the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to be doing surveys, right? Because surveys are a niche where people can make money working from home. And this is kind of what I want to talk about in this video. So if I go in here and I type survey, I see right away various surveys, right? And as you can see, the payout is 16, 15, 950, 460, etc., etc. And there's 2 pages here on Offer Vault, right? We don't really care about countries. You can pick countries if you're working with specific countries. It's really up to you. The next thing we want to do is we want to right-click, and I'm using a plugin called Table Copy. You can just download this plugin. It's free for Chrome. I'm not going to be explaining how to do it. You can just Google for Table Copy. Chrome plugin, do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click, we're gonna go into table, we're gonna go into copy, and we're gonna say CSV. Okay, now once I did that, all of this data is now in my clipboard. Now I need to paste it somewhere, and what we're gonna do is next we're gonna go into Google Sheets, and we're gonna create 2 sheets. We're gonna create content, and we're gonna have offers. Right now, we have offers that we copy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the offers Google Sheet and we're going to paste. And once you do that, you're going to have data here that looks something like this. Now, we can remove the formatting here. We can just go in here, remove formatting, clear formatting. We can do that. You can delete this column. You can delete this column if you want. It's not very, very important. What is important though is you want to create another column, and this is going to be your affiliate URL, okay? Because at the end of the day, we have to be promoting various offers, and we do that by sending them to a special link. So you're going to have your affiliate URL, and you're going to get this URL by going into your Max Bounty account or another CPA network and actually clicking on a link to get your affiliate URL. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm going to enter a generic URL. You're going to change that later on. So I'm just going to put, actually, let's just put google.com since everybody's aware of this. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy all the way down, okay, just so that we have some URL here. And we have 20 offers here, which is exactly what we have on this page right here. If you go in here, there are 20 offers, right? 1 to 20, and there's 4 more offers on the second page, which we're not really going to worry about, right? So the first step is complete. We have the offers. We can also remove the links here. We can remove the link because we don't really care about the link. We can also change the header names. We can say on name, I'm just going to put name, payout, and then URL, just to keep it very, very simple, okay? And so this is what we have so far, okay? The next thing that we need to do is we need to get the content, okay? And we always need to pair it up with content. Every time you have an offer, you want to pair it up with content. And fortunately, we have free content that we can just get on the internet. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you Google for something like this, 10 ways to make money from home, right? You're going to have a lot of links. You're going to have a lot of URLs. And all of these are absolutely fine. Forbes has a good list. Economic Times has a good list. Intuit has 44 ways, right? But I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm going to open the first link I have here. And once I do that, this is the content I have. 40 easy ways to make money quickly. And this content, it has this list, right? It has these items. So take a look at this one: no risk match betting, online surveys, paid for searching the web, etc., etc. And then it has some description below it, right? And so what we want to do is we want to get the name, and we also want to get the content here. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. You're going to right click. You're going to go to Scrape Similar, which is another Chrome plugin that you can download by Googling for it. You can just install it into your Chrome browser. You're going to right click. And when you do that, you see these headers, right? So for instance, take a look at this one: online surveys, paid for searching the web, online market trading. But we want to get a little bit more sophisticated, because not only do we want these headers here, we also want these the description. It's going to be a lot more useful to us. And fortunately, you can easily do this with this tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of my presets here and take a look at this preset. We have the name here, which is this header here, right? And these are the names, but we also have the content as well. This is a very, very nice thing. And if you want to do what I'm doing here, just copy what I have on my screen. Very simple. You see it on the screen. Just copy my settings, and then you're going to have, and then you click scrape, and you're going to have the same content. Once you have that, you want to click on copy to clipboard. Okay, you're going to go back to Google Sheets. You're going to go into the content tab. You're going to go to the upper left corner, and you're going to paste. Okay, now you have the text and you have the name. What I like to do is I want to have the name first. Okay, that way it's easy. Now there's a lot of content. Well, not a lot. There's some content that doesn't really match up, that you don't read. So for instance, this become a click worker, you can just delete it. And there's a couple of other things. So I think the last piece of content that we have, you scroll down, the last one is, it's actually, yeah, this one: source property for wealthy investors. So if we go back here, we can just delete these two because they're just extra content. It's not applicable to us, right? So if we delete these rows, now we have 40 pieces. Look at this one. We have exactly 40 pieces of ideas, of things that we can do. Okay, so now you have two sheets. You have your offers here, and you have your content here. Now what we need to do is we need to take this information from this Google Sheet, and we need to create it we need to transform it into a very presentable form that we can present to the user, so that the user gets some value. There's lots of ways of doing it. You can create a landing page, you can create a website, you can create an app, lots of ways of doing it. But I'm going to show you a very, very interesting way. What you want to do is you want to go to a site actually called glideapps.com. You're going to be on this page. You're going to sign up for your free account. Once you do that, you're going to be on this page, right? You can create, you can create a new app. You can start from a template. You can do very, very interesting things. What we're going to do is we're going to start from a template, okay? So here I am in glideapps.com/templates. And we want to start from a template because it's very, very easy to do that. It's a lot easier using templates than starting it from scratch. And so we have a lot of templates. What we want to do is we want to look at a template. We want to work with a template that is remotely similar to what we were trying to do here, right? So there's an attendance tracker, meal plan. So let's take a look at meal plan. Let's see what it looks like. So what we can do is preview this template. And you can preview templates just to get a better idea of what they look like. What do they present, right? So take a look at this one. We have by meal, we have by category, we have a weekly plan. Okay, so this is a nice template. Let's take a look if they're better templates. Let's take a look and see if there are some other templates that are gonna be more applicable to what we're doing. So I'm back on templates, and how about this personal budget? Podcast, miscellaneous. Let's go to miscellaneous. We have a meal plan, cleaning checklist. Let's see a book notes. How about this book notes? Book notes are generic enough that it might just work. So I'm going to open book notes here, and we are going to see what we have. And this is the book notes, right? We have our books here, and we have summaries, okay? So this is a nice template. It's kind of black. Let's try another template. Okay, I want to see if we can find, because books is not very applicable to us. So let's see if we can find even a better template. Okay, I'm here back in templates. And so after browsing around, I actually found a template that's going to be very, very useful to us. It's going to be very similar to what we're trying to do. And this is this employee directory. And the reason I chose this template is because it's a directory, right? We need something very similar. As you can see, if we take a look at this one, let's preview this template real quick. And I'll show you exactly why I think this is the perfect template for us to use, for us to modify and to work with. So we have our staff, we have locations, and we have me, right? And we can modify this to suit our own needs. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say copy this app for free. And then I'm going to show you exactly how you can customize it and use the data that we created in the first part of the video to have a really, really great and useful product. So I just created a brand new app. As you can see, it has data here, and you can see it's a source here, right? And we can actually go in here. We can go to the data source, and we have this data here. And so what we can do is we can modify all this data. We can delete it. We can do whatever we want with it, and we can fit our own goals, right? So I can select it. I can modify it. I can do all kinds of interesting things. And so the next thing that we want to do is we want to add our data inside the spreadsheet. So if you take a look, we have 3 tables, but we also have a sources here. So if you click on the sources, it's going to open a Google Sheet. And what we want to do is we want to create 2 more sheets here, and we want to copy our data here. So I'm going to create content here, content, and then I'm going to create offers. Okay. And I'm going to copy my content from my own Google Sheet, right? I'm going to select it. This is my content. I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to do the same for offers, right? I'm going to go into offers. I'm going to select it. And I'm going to paste it here, right? All right. So now I have my content and I have my offers in this Google Sheet that we actually were provided with. So I'm going to go back to our app. Okay. I'm going to link it together. I'm going to say link to a glide table. I'm going to do that. And now we have this data inside this particular data set, right? So we have our content table, and we have the offers here, right? So take a look at this. We have content and we have offers. If we go back to our Google Sheet, that is exactly what we have. We have the content sheet here and we have the offers. These sheets are actually tables inside this Glide app. So now that we have this data, it's all green, it's all syncing properly. And the other thing you have to realize is that if you're making change to this data, you're going to have change automatically synced inside the app. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go back to our app and we want to start building this app. I don't really mean to build. It's actually very, very simple. So we can create a new tab here. We have a new tab. We can create another tab. And it's all automatically. It's creating tabs for us. So we're going to call this tab. We're going to go and call this tab advice or tips, and we're gonna call this tab offers. You can call it anything that you want. I'm just giving you an example. You're gonna call this. We have more tabs here. We don't need this. We don't really need this as well. And so now we have tips and offers, right? Tips and offers. Now when we go in here, if you go to the right hand side here, you're gonna go and you're gonna match this up. So this tips is actually content, and now it's automatically displayed. We're gonna go into offers, and this is offers right here. And now you see the offers automatically displayed. Now, there's so many things that you can combine. You have the automatic search here. You have this. If they click on it, something happens. You can make it into tiles. You can make it into cards. You can make it anything that you want. You have options. You can edit this list, right? You can modify many things. You can modify colors. I'm going to be showing you everything that you can modify here, right? So for instance, this tips right here, maybe you wanted to say something else, right? Maybe you don't want it to say tips. You wanted to say, you know, whatever else. Then you have an action, right? What happens if they click on it, right? What do we want? We can have none. Now they're just browsing. We can have, you know, make it open in another screen where we can display different things, right? So for instance, if we go into offers, right, we want this action. We're going to go to here. We're going to edit list, and we're going to go view details. No, we do not want view details. We want to open link, and this link is the URL, because that is what we want to do. We don't want to display this URL here, so we can remove it. We can remove it. Now it's not getting displayed. Now we have an image here, and that's not getting displayed. You can also change it so that, the image is not displayed. So for instance, you have an image here. Now it's not displayed. There's no other images that are going to be displayed. You still have this avatar here. You can change that around. You can change the item size. You can see, you can make it more compact. You can make it, you can show only few items, and then you can, you can show, let's say 5 items. I could put number 5 here, show a few items. I can do this. And then I can do maybe 1. I can do 5, and then they can click on see all. There's so many things that you can do. You can remove this image, right? We don't have an image here. Show title. You can have title if you want, but I would recommend removing that. And then you're gonna have your stuff. And whenever you want to edit this data, you can just go to your Google Sheet and you can edit it there, right? So I can search for it. We have the search box. We have all of these offers here, right? And you can even change the icon here, right? So the tab icon, we can make it home, for instance. Now it says home. And the offers, we can make it maybe a $sign or something like that. Money. We can have something like this. So you have some $signs, maybe something like this. And you have offers. So when I click on it, it's going to all go to Google directly, right? I can click to any of these and it goes directly to Google, because that is the URL we have here. This is going to be your affiliate URL, right? Do not forget, this is going to be your affiliate URL that you're going to get from your affiliate network, right? We have tips. I'm going to edit list. I'm going to say show title. We're not going to show title. We can make it more compact. That's a little bit more compact. We can make it normal. You can also have images, right? So this image, right, we can remove it. And now there's no images, but let's say you have an image, maybe that talks about it, because if you go back to this website, there's a couple of images here. So you can get this image and you can have a column, right? You can go to content and you can have another column here called image. And then you can have an image here, right? You can have just the URL to the image. And then when you have that, it's going to look a little bit better, because you can have an image here. This is going to be your new column here. And it's going to be a little bit nicer. But that is what we have. You can create more tabs. You can create more tabs. It could be a detail tab, or it could have some other information. You can drag and drop it. You can rearrange it. Lots of interesting things. I'm going to delete it for now. And this is a very, very powerful system. This is extremely powerful. We have an automatic menu. We can sign in. We can go to about. We can search online surveys. Let's say they only want surveys. They can type surveys. They can go in here, they can read about it, and then they can go to offers. Let's say they want surveys here, and we can do that. Another thing that you can do is you can go to here, and then when they click on it, right, so we can say edit. If they click on it, right, the action, we're going to say go to detail, right? We can say add row, navigate to tab, compose text message. So many things that you can do here, right? None. Open a view link. You can do amazing things here, right? And what you can do is, this is kind of an advanced method, is you can have another screen here, another detail page where they can learn more about the offer, and then they can have the link that goes to the affiliate, right? So something very, very automatic, right? Because here they just can click on it, and here they can just browse, right? And you can have an edit, you can make it into tiles. You can have an image here. We don't have any images, right? But you do need an image for this, because with tiles, you do need images. Right now, we have a list. You can have an image here. We can remove an image. But if you have tiles, you must have an image. Otherwise, it's not going to make any sense, right? So all of this is absolutely customizable. You also have a detail view that you can create. Lots of interesting things that you can do. And I would recommend creating a detail view. That way, when you have an action, so for instance, take a look at this action here. This action says view details, right? We can click on it, and it opens another detail view, right? And look at this one. And now the flow is a little bit different, right? Take a look at this one. We have a detail view. We can edit this. We can change how it looks. We can have the title. We can modify everything, everything how it looks, right? We have a custom, we have a name and text. We can modify that. But in my opinion, this detail view is probably the best. The only thing you want to do is you want to maybe remove the image because we don't have any images. You want to have something like this, and you want to uncheck this. And now if they click on it, they have a detail view. And what you can do here is you can have another column, right? You can have another column like with a link here, right? You can modify all that. This is very, very easy to do. You can simply say, hey, if they click on it, there's going to be a link. And all you have to do, if you want to go down that route, is you're going to go into content, you're going to have your URL here, right? So for each of these things, you might have a link to an affiliate offer. It really depends how you want to do it. Right now, what we have here is a list of things that you can do. They can read about it, and then they can go into offers, and they can click for the offer, and they can sign up for the offer. But like I said, this is fully customizable. All right, guys? So I really hope you enjoyed this method. Now, promoting this method is a very, very unique way. You can go on Facebook groups. There's lots of different unique groups that you can do. You can go to different forums, right? You can go on Twitter. You can Google for different forums. You can go to different communities. You can also build an email list. You can buy an email list on Udemy and send traffic right here directly to this. Now, I don't want to talk about promotional methods here because this video is going to be very, very long. But if you want me to make like a very separate video, just how to promote this specific method here, let me know in the comments below and I will gladly do it. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about this method in the comments below. I'm open to all kinds of comments. I wanna hear what you guys have to say, positive, negative, everything in between, doesn't really matter. Let me know below. I'm open to all kinds of comments. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel. Like this video and leave a comment below, because on this channel every single day we talk about affiliate and CPA marketing using different methods that nobody else covers. All right, guys, so once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new method.